Breaking news, President Donald Trump's plans for tariffs now in effect. We're explaining how they may impact you.
And we'll introduce you to one man who was arrested after deputies say he was in the middle of a crime and called to report it.
Plus, Lee County working to entice you to get behind the wheel of a school bus. We'll tell you what the school board is now doing.
I would just say this to people in Canada or Mexico: if they're going to build car plants, the people that are doing them are much better off building here.
Well, breaking news, Mexico is putting tariffs on U.S. imports just as 25% tariffs are now in effect on Mexican and Canadian imports. Plus, there's an additional 10% tariff on Chinese goods. Thanks for joining us for Gulf Coast News at 11. I'm Lisa Spooner.
And I'm Alan Campbell. So the Trump administration put the tariffs into effect at midnight, meaning Americans can soon be seeing higher costs for things like cars and groceries very soon. Investors say they're worried about tariffs impacting the price of goods. The 10% increase for Chinese goods will bring their total to 20%. The Trump administration argues tariffs will stimulate U.S. production.
So what they have to do is build their car plants, frankly, and other things in the United States, in which case they have no tariffs.
Canada is expected to react soon to the tariffs. We'll have more information about the tariffs now in place straight ahead.
More breaking news. A Charlotte County man is arrested for illegal dumping and for reporting a trailer stolen after he got it stuck in the mud during the crime. This happened Sunday along Pipefish Court in Placida. Deputies were called about a large pile of trash being dumped in a trailer stuck in the mud. Well, CCSO says a witness told them somebody was even trying to help Andrew Cowan get out of the mud. Deputies say he left the trash and trailer behind. They arrested him after they say he confessed to stealing the trailer and dumping the trash. The Lee County School District is one of the largest in the Gulf Coast, and it just keeps growing. That's why the school board is now working on incentives to entice new school bus drivers to get behind the wheel. Right now, the Lee County School District is working to hire more bus drivers as the district is currently facing a shortage. Gulf Coast News reporter Mercedes Martinez is near the bus barn along 6 Mile Cypress Parkway, explaining the ways the district is working to get more bus drivers on board.
More people are needed to drive your kids to school amid a school bus driver shortage. The Lee County School Board plans to approve new short-term incentives to recruit new bus drivers.
Anybody interested in driving a bus, we need you.
Lee County School District spokesman Rob Spicker has a message for you.
And if we can find a space for you and get you ready to drive a bus, we will take you on and put you behind the wheel.
Today, the Lee County School Board is looking to approve incentives to help with the shortages of school bus drivers. Spicker tells Gulf Coast News the Lee County School District is looking to fill 60 to 65 spots. They currently have about 520 school bus drivers. They have planned for 580.
By our estimation, it's about 8,000 students are late to school every day, and more than twice that are getting home late every day. Now, that's just not acceptable.
The incentives the school board is going over today have been in place since 2016, minus 1 year. They have found in the past these incentives work. They include paying for your fingerprinting, physical exam, and CDL license. You also don't even need your high school diploma, but that doesn't mean you don't have any tests.
There's an air brake, a passenger, and a school bus exam that all have to be passed for a bus driver to get behind the wheel.
If you're an employee for the Lee County School District and refer a candidate who lasts at least 30 school days, you will receive a $100 incentive. If a new hire leaves before completing 1 year, their incentive costs will be taken away from their final paycheck. Spicker says they know paying for all the exams and license can get expensive, somewhere around over $300 out of pocket.
We want to eliminate that barrier, encourage and attract those people that are thinking they could be a bus driver, would like to be a bus driver, that we're here, we're ready to hire, come meet us and come join our fleet.
If approved, these incentives will be in effect for 1 year. I'm reporting outside the bus barn along 6 Mile Cypress in Fort Myers. Mercedes Martinez, Gulf Coast News.
All right, Mercedes, thank you. Florida Senator is now working to pull back requirements from Florida high schools designed for later start times. Lawmakers approved requirements in 2023 that were expected to take effect in 2026 for high school students to get more sleep. However, districts are struggling to comply. Now lawmakers are working on a bill to address the issues during the legislative session.
Florida lawmakers Lawmakers will be considering hundreds of bills this session. Some of those include revising the ballot initiative process, providing more money for the My Safe Florida program, offering aid to farmers and homeowners dealing with hurricane damage, and also addressing the rising costs for condo owners. However, addressing those condo costs may be difficult after lawmakers added requirements following the 2021 Surfside collapse. Governor Ron DeSantis says these requirements have increased costs.
Someone bought into one of these, they've been there for 20, 30 years, maybe they're on fixed income. Can they afford a crippling assessment right now? And I think for some people, the answer is probably no.
So an initial law passed in 2022 and was tweaked in 2023. Legislative leaders say the issue will be dealt with again this year. The legislative session started today and will last for 60 days.
Some state lawmakers are working to make it easier for you to find your perfect dentist. Florida is one of the toughest states in the entire country when it comes to finding dentists because there's more patients than dentists. Some dentists are concerned about House Bill 21. It creates a position known as a dental therapist who could cut out teeth and also administer anesthesia.
Very invasive procedures that you would like to have done by a dentist, in my opinion.
There's many complications going with the surgical procedure because these are irreversible surgical procedures.
Some lawmakers argue dental therapists will solve the dental shortage and provide more care in rural areas. Estimates say another 1,500 dentists are needed in the Sunshine State just to fix the problem.
The Fort Myers City Council votes to approve a sales and development agreement with the former News Press site. 5 of the 6 council members supported the agreement with Catalyst Community Development. The council has been talking about turning the building into new apartments, shops, a grocery store, hotel, office space, and parking garages. Gulf Coast News will keep you updated on what's next in the process.
The Fort Myers Yacht Basin project is now going to take an extra year to complete. Fort Myers City Council members voted Monday to extend the development company Suntech's contract because they're dealing with delays with getting permits from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Suntech says they can't meet their April 1st deadline. Every council member except one voted yes.
Kind of stupid for picking a Tesla out of all cars to do it to, one of the newest cars. You should have known.
A man in Port Charlotte is accused of trying to break into a Tesla. Apparently, he did not realize just how many cameras those cars have. Charlotte County deputies say the car was parked behind Leader's Furniture Store off US 41 Sunday when Diamond Baber tried to break into it. But multiple cameras on the car recorded him. In fact, the Tesla has 7 built-in security cameras covering every angle of the car. Once the car recorded him, it then sent a notification and the video to the victim's phone, prompting them to call 911.
That is crazy. Imagine not knowing that you're about to break into somebody's car, not knowing that has cameras surrounding the whole car.
And it sends like notifications, like a Ring camera. This guy was probably like, you think you're gonna get lucky today? I guess not.
Just minutes after the Tesla owner called 911, deputies arrested Baber at the mobile gas station directly across the street. He's accused now of conspiracy to commit third-degree felony burglary.
Well, right now, Crime Stoppers is increasing the reward to $3,000 for leads, leading to the arrest of a man considered armed and dangerous. Crime Stoppers in the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office now looking for this man, Giacobbi. Crime Stoppers in the Sheriff's Office say Giacobbi ran from Charlotte County deputies who were trying to arrest him on warrants from the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. Giacobbi was previously arrested for burglarizing vape stores and possessing drugs. After bonding out, he failed to show up for a trial in Sarasota. He was also last seen in Englewood. Now, if you know where he is or have any information, give the Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers a call. Crime Stoppers also needs your help finding a man they say stole alcohol and twisted tea from a 7-Eleven in North Fort Myers. Happened just after midnight on February 22nd at the 7-Eleven along State Road 31 off Old Bayshore Road. Crime Stoppers says this man took a 12-pack of Michelob Ultra and 2 12-packs of twisted tea. This is the suspect's vehicle they got away with. If you know who the person is, give Crime Stoppers a call.
I was just shocked at how it looked. I've been looking at this building for decades.
A man is still in custody this morning accused of causing $500,000 worth of damages to a warehouse in downtown Fort Myers after police say he crashed his truck right into the building. The crash happened yesterday morning around 4 on the corner of MLK Boulevard and Hendry Street. Fort Myers police say Justin Avila was driving too fast on MLK, lost control, and crashed his pickup truck right into the front of the warehouse. He then tried to leave the scene and was arrested near the Fort Myers police station.
A little disappointing to see that just out of someone's negligence, they just drove right through, and then, the small bonds he received.
The all-out bail bonds office manager says the damage is so bad, people thought it was construction. But artists use the vacant space as a place to create murals for the city. The city of Fort Myers says the building is now unsafe to enter. Avila is charged with hit and run and resisting an officer and is sitting in jail on no bond.
I think that's very frightening. I am going to beeline. I won't stop for a snack.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Wait till we tell you why.
It's going to be another warm and sunny day across the Gulf Coast. It's a little bit more sticky today, though. We have a little bit more moisture to work with ahead of our next cold front working in tomorrow, bringing us some rainfall. I'll let you know how much coming up.